everyone. Welcome back to our Hot Seat Spotlight series for the Fall 2025 Builder Innovator Summit. Today, I'm joined by Adrian Danila, who is the founder of Multifamily X Consulting Group and a nationally recognized multifamily mentor with over 20 plus years of experience. Adrian, welcome to the Hot Seat.
Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here.
Absolutely. Alrighty, well, we'll just jump right in. So, we want to know what inspired you to launch Multifamily X Consulting Group and what's the core mission behind your work today?
A couple of things have inspired me, and that's a great question, by the way. One of them was that I kind of like reached my ceiling when it comes to what I could do in my career. And just to be more specific, my career was in multifamily maintenance. Started as a part-time groundskeeper, worked my way up to VP of facilities, and that was kind of like the ceiling, right? So when I reached that point, I asked myself, do I want to continue working at this level, still make a difference, but only make a difference for a particular group of people, which would be, my company, whichever company I work for, or what's one way for me to make a difference for more than just one group? And the answer was, okay, if I was to just do advisory, right, I could work with two, three, five clients at a time, and I could affect change this way. So this was one of the reasons. The other reason was that I had various things that are a passion of mine that aren't necessarily related strictly to multifamily maintenance. And then from a W-2 position, I could not have expand those and scale those the way that I wanted to, or like dedicate the time that I wanted to. And that's what led me to. My goal is to increase the overall knowledge of our industry when it comes to like operations and specifically facilities maintenance, try to help educate and elevate the young talent that is coming in a pipeline that's coming behind us, because obviously nobody's around forever, so you had to look, and I think in terms of legacy a lot.
So I understand definitely you wanted to maximize your impact throughout the multifamily industry. With the people that you work with in your consulting practice, I'm curious, what are some of the like biggest pain points that you're seeing these days, and how are you helping them to kind of push past those?
Yes, insurance cost is one of them. Government regulations, federal, state, local, are an incredible factor that affects the way new developments are being built. Uh, in some jurisdictions, more than 40 cents per dollars go to bureaucracy, basically, to permitting and everything. And at the end of the day, we're trying to build housing that's affordable to people, but that cost ultimately gets passed on to the renters. But areas that I could actually help them improve, there's certain things anyway. So there's two ways in which a company makes money: increasing the money that's coming in the flow, or reducing expenses, or a combination of both, right? So obviously I can't increase the rents, or I can't help them increase the rents, maybe indirectly, yes. But what I could actually do is to help them look at their current expenses, what they're spending, find some opportunities to where they could run a more efficient operation without actually giving away any quality of the service, right? One area that I could just speak out of all the areas would be like procurement, the way multifamily does procurement. I think those are incredible opportunities that are not enough explored by our industry, and those are the areas that I am specialized in, and then I could help my clients see an immediate improvement in their operations and into the bottom line too.
So speaking of operations, this panel that you're going to be on at the Builder Innovator Summit is around operations and how AI can help with the operational processes and make them more efficient and maybe even kind of save time. I know we're facing a labor shortage as well, so maybe even impact in those areas as well. So with that, what are some practical everyday ways that multifamily operators or developers could use AI that would help improve efficiency for both their teams and their residents?
Think the very basic is just using help, using assistance when you write emails. That's a very simple one. when you do research, whatever you search for, whatever your employees are searching for, just switching from like, the old Google type of searching to Chat GPT. Going next level, there's a lot of manual work that we do in multifamily. For example, in bid comparison, there are companies that have developed products that could be ready to use products, but then simply when you do have a scope of work and you have like three companies bidding, you could actually upload the scope in the separate three bids into ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to compare the three bids, basically tell you if there's anything missing, if they're away from like what the scope was agreed on, and actually pick the winner for you. AI is great technology that could analyze your contracts and see where you're not getting the best of the deals, whether it's the contract terms, the pricing, another way, maintenance, day-to-day operations, right? Service request, work order management, incredible opportunity there. Property management systems like large, like the Yardis, the One Size, the Entrados of the world. They have a component that's like specific to maintenance. I haven't seen like something that's like advanced enough that actually makes a difference to like make our team's jobs easier. There's technology there that's using AI that actually does the dispatch, automatic dispatch to specific employees that have specific set of skills. Instead, you having to like print work orders and one person, service manager or manager, handing them to the technicians, and AI could do that for you. I think I could go on and on with AI, but I think these are a great conversation starters for when it comes to AI and what's bringing into our industry as far as improvement. Become the user, test it, try to break it, see if it breaks, and see what the results you're getting. If you're pleased with the interaction, probably you should look more into it. And if you're not, obviously, I suggest that would be a hard no for you.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. So those were some really practical tips. And I feel like that would answer any multifamily developer or operators questions or concerns when they think of, okay, what is this AI? I'm not really sure about it. I don't know how to use it. How do I know if it's correct? Well, try it for yourself. Walk through your property, test it out with a problem that you may have or your renters may have, and just see what happens and go from there. So I feel like that's thank you so much for including that as your practical advice.
Absolutely.
So speaking of the future, I know even just a couple years ago, we didn't even think about AI, and now it just seems to be exploding everywhere. Everyone's using it. It's impacting us in so many ways, both personally and professionally. But looking ahead in the multifamily sector, specifically, what excites you the most about the future of multifamily? Like, what do you see coming? What are you interested in?
I think goes back to what we were just talking about, the incredible impact that technology like AI has. Another incredible thing that I think you will happen is the impact of AI on search, how businesses are being discovered. People are moving away from the Google searches and they're embracing AI type search like ChatGPT search. So instead going to Google, where Google gives you a list of blue links, they go to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT, what are some great apartments in this neighborhood in Dallas? The way AI engines measure relevance is going to be uh, affected by your relevance of your social media content. Basically, if the AI engine deems the content that you have, your presence on social media, relevant to that particular search, it'll recommend you. And if it doesn't, it won't. This is not about virality, but it's about like meaningful interactions. The way you being rated is based on the usefulness of your content and the usefulness of your answers when people ask questions. I think it becomes more and more important at scale that businesses consider becoming a business and a media company at the same time. Actually, having people, dedicated people, to write meaningful content, actually, content that's meant to educate, entertain the audience. not just content for the sake of content, talking about features and amenities only, because people don't want to follow companies. They want to follow real human beings.
Mhm. Yeah. They wanna follow the experience, the story behind it, all of that impactful, to help us make a purchasing decision for sure.
Storytelling, it's for ages, for tens of thousands of years. Has been the most powerful way to attract attention, and it still is today. It actually is today more than ever, right? Because we're flooded with like automated generated AI content, and then AI cannot tell my story,
Mhm.
and I cannot tell your story like you can.
Wow, that's some really incredible advice. I appreciate you bringing light to the fact of the transformation of search, and the fact that we're already right now using AI more for search, as you said. I mean, even me myself, I'm doing it as well. So I just want to repeat what you said. So if we want to, or if multifamily developers and operators want to be more competitive or show up within the AI search better, they need to focus more on their actual brand messaging and content that they're putting out. And also like focus on the variety of content as well, just building up their social media presence and just their presence online in general. Is there anything else specifically that they should do to kind of prepare for that?
If you don't tell your story, somebody else is gonna tell it for you, and you might not like what they have to say about it.
Wow. Oh, to those multifamily developers and companies that are watching this video, please make sure you're taking notes. I mean, if you did not take notes, please rewind and look back at some of the tips and strategies that Adrian just shared with us. Adrian, thank you so much for coming to the hot seat. We really appreciate you just taking the time to share your wisdom and knowledge with us.
I appreciate you having me, and looking forward to your event. I think it's gonna be an incredible experience, and I look forward to the conversations.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Please stay tuned for more presenter interviews. Bye.